What's up, cyberpunks and retro nerds? Welcome back to another edition of Neon Trash. You've got Hammer, you've got Rocket. It's the dynamic duo, and tonight we have settled on the old VHS vault. We're going to be checking out the classic comedy film Spinal Tap. It's been long enough for the both of us
Been a hot minute.
that we have to revisit this comedy classic.
It's a must.
Yeah, I remember watching it way back in the day and cracking up at all the ridiculous shenanigans on screen, the great rock and roll music that actually sounds like fucking music. It's not just a comedy and a parody. They're trying to make some fucking music in this.
The best part is, Michael McKean actually wrote most of the music for this.
Yeah.
You know, the lead actor here actually wrote most of these songs. Like, it's, I don't know, this is seriously a comedic tour de force. And I can't wait to watch this again and see how much more I get than what I did the last time I saw it. Because it's been a while, so I expect there to be a few more things that I'm like, aha, I get that now. So,
Right, yeah, I mean,
super stoked.
Well over 10 years for the both of us.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Yeah,
easily.
for sure. So, you guys know this routine. Check out that trailer. Peep that shit. We'll be right back, motherfuckers. Bye.
Through 2 decades, 17 classic albums, countless unforgettable concert triumphs, they changed the face of British rock music forever. And the best part is, they're back.
Spinal Tap, get out there, you're on!
Now, they're on the verge of the greatest comeback of all time.
Rock and roll! No sleepers!
This is their
Go
moment.
right straight through this door here, down the hall. Yeah. Turn right.
Their time has come.
Rock and roll!
Any minute now. Any second.
Hello, stage!
I think we're lost.
The little jog there, about 30 feet. Jog to the left.
Get ready. Get set.
Heavy metal's deep. You can get stuff out of it.
My name is Marty DeBerge. I'm a filmmaker.
One man dares to probe the hidden secrets.
I was just pointing at it.
Well, don't point even.
Don't even point?
No, it can't be played. Never. I mean,
Can I look at
no.
One man dares to hear the shocking answers
It's tragic, really. He exploded on stage.
to questions like, is the world really ready for Spinal Tap?
You put a greased, naked woman on all fours with a dog collar around her neck and a leash. And pushing a black glove in her face to sniff it. You don't find that offensive?
No,
You don't
no.
find that sexist?
Well, you should have
Listen
seen
to
the
me.
cover they wanted to do.
Get me out!
After years of vicious gossip,
The official explanation was he choked on vomit. Well, they can't prove whose vomit it was.
years of ugly rumors,
It's a passing thing. This is a fact.
And you are Spinal Tap?
Oh, what's going on here? Hi.
now the vicious, ugly truth can be told.
Well, I'm sure I'd feel much worse if I weren't under such heavy sedation. Tap into America!
From the place where eardrums go to die, come the living legends of rock and roll lunacy. This is Spinal Tap.
You know, it's like Hemingway said, you know, remember them as they were and write them off.
It's so heartfelt, so honest, and done so lovingly for rock and roll. And then you've got the pitch perfect comedy. This movie interjects a lot of subtle jokes, a lot of dry humor, a lot of, I don't know, you have to be really into music and rock and roll and understand all the little nuances here or there of what it means to be a rock band. Holy hell, do they make some excellent rock music. I mean, the entire time we're watching the movie, we're rocking out. We're enjoying the music. We're headbanging. We're tapping our toes. We're enjoying what's going on here. The actors are superb. Michael McKean, who I know from SNL predominantly. I mean, that was like during the heyday of SNL, in my opinion. But in this movie, he is excellent as the lead.
There's little jabs at the Beatles, there's jabs at Led Zeppelin, there's jabs at Ozzy Osbourne and you know, and Black Sabbath. You know, it's you know, but it comes from a place of love. You know, like they got together and were like, I don't know who had this grand idea, but you know, McKean, Christopher Guest, Rob Reiner, they all got together and were like, okay, we've got this idea to make this, you know, and then they went and actually like play the instruments, like they all know how to play their instruments, and like wrote all these songs together. Yes. Like I think that's what really makes it. The fact that they wrote all these songs together, they're actually playing all these songs and wrote all the lyrics to everything.
Yes.
You know, that helps really sell it as like a real documentary. Like 90% of this movie is like ad-libbed.
Yeah.
You know, you can see it, but it helps add another layer of like realness, because they're like, you know, playing these bumbling idiots who would like stumble over the words and come up with the dumbest analogies for things and just have the dumbest answers to these questions, you know, and kudos to Rob Reiner for really playing it straight and asking them these like serious, hard-hitting questions that they just like come up with these answers to be like, what?
Yeah.
You know, but then it's like, you can imagine like somebody sitting down with like Jimmy Page and Robert Plant and asking these questions, and them just being like, blah, 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 you know, and like asking the same dumb things, you know, like it's so it's almost in a way. I mean, so this is like early '80s, so this is really before like hair metal was really becoming the thing, you know, which really kind of seemed to like not necessarily like make fun of that genre, but really just kind of took it into a more pop direction, you know, like slightly more polished. So and that was almost, you know, not necessarily like making fun of it, but kind of, I don't know, it started to make that whole like metal genre scene a little bit lighter.
I'm leaning towards 8.5, 9.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow, man, this really does it for you.
It's up there because it's real, man. Like, it's like, I don't know, like it's funny, but like it speaks to any generation, in my opinion. So, like, I feel like it embodies everything that rock and roll itself embodies.
All right. Well, I don't know if I can go quite that high myself with this one, but this is still, I mean, a rock-solid comedy mockumentary, you know, and I personally like Monty Python. I like that weird, you know, British sense of humor. I like, you know, the early SNL sketches, you know, so I think... For me, I can give this a strong 7.5.
There you go.
I don't know. I can see this being rather polarizing. You know, this is not something you just pop on at the party.
No.
You know?
No. And then maybe people would even confuse it for like a real band and be like, who the fuck is Spinal Tap? Because it is that real. I think that's why I gravitate towards it. Is it really does sell that documentary element to it. So if you're into comedy or a movie or the concept of realism interjected into your, I mean, I guess ridiculous, over-the-top comedic elements, definitely check out This Is Spinal Tap.
If you want something just ridiculous and roll with something ridiculous and know that this is obviously, you know, a mockumentary, this is great. This is be perfect for that.
And the music itself, even if you don't take anything away from the film, you could probably pop on their album.
You will find something to jam out to in this. Like, they actually did write some pretty good rock and roll songs, you know?
And, like, even the songs themselves are done in a very comedic way. Like, you hear them and you're like, this is goddamn ridiculous.
The lyrics are absolutely ridiculous.
Over the top. So that is Tommy the Hammer and Johnny Rocket's opinion on This Is Spinal Tap. I hope we've been informative, guys. Until the next time, tune in to Neon Trash.